Welcome to the Boys and Girls Club of La Plata County's Building Great Future campaign kickoff event. My name is Taylor Morris and I am the 2018 Boys and Girls Club of La Plata County Youth of the Year. I am currently a senior at Colorado State University. I'm studying microbiology in pursuit of a career in pediatric oncology. I'm here at the club right now, and as you can hear, it's pretty quiet. It's normally super loud and crazy at this time of year in the summer. We don't have any kids right now. As of March 9th, we've been closed to keep our kids, our families, and our staff all safe. Thankfully, we've still been doing a lot of online and virtual activities though with our kids, kind of bringing the club to the kids, and that's been really fun. It's been a great way for us to continue to maintain a relationship with the kids and still help the kids that need us most in La Plata County.
Welcome to our club. The mission of the Boys and Girls Club is to provide a fun and safe place.
Our club's vision is to develop generations of young people with the skills to meet life's challenges and inspire others.
To enable all young people, that includes me,
to reach their full potential as productive, caring, responsible citizens.
And especially the kids who need us most.
Good afternoon. Vaughn Morris, CEO, Boys and Girls Club of La Plata County, welcoming you to our 2020 Building Great Futures kickoff event. Traditionally, we would all be in a big vacuous room with hundreds of people joining us to hear the story of the Boys and Girls Club of La Plata County. I'd like to tell you a little bit about how we got started, where we are now, and where we're going. Again, I wish you were here in person, but the Boys and Girls Club is a nationwide organization who serve over 4 million kids a year, and it was started way back in 1860. So for 150 years, Boys and Girls Clubs have been providing, that fun, safe place that kids can go, where they can call their own, and they can be inspired to become caring, responsible, and productive citizens. I'm going to start with where we were. In 2007, thanks to the efforts of a very motivated group of volunteers, the Boys and Girls Club came to fruition. The first year, we had 100 to 125 kids coming into the club every day, enjoying the experiences that the Boys and Girls Clubs provide. So in 2007, we opened the doors, 100 kids. As we worked to the future and we looked at 2008, 2009, 2010, we continued to grow from 100 kids to 200 kids to 500 kids to where we are in 2020, serving more than 1,000 kids throughout La Plata County. It's a safe environment for kids to come to. It's a whole lot of fun, and they have the opportunity to discover who they are and who they can become. That's a lot of kids running around, playing dodgeball, interacting with their peers, doing their homework, learning a lot about tech, teaching me a lot about tech. I've always said, anytime I have some sort of technological failure or obstacle, if I find a 9-year-old, it can quickly be mended. As we worked through those years, we found many partnerships to help us provide more services to kids. We do have an intentional strategy that's known as the Formula for Impact, where we provide academic success, so kids graduate with a plan, character and citizenship, so kids know what it means to be part of a community, the importance of voting, which has never been more important than now, to realize what civic or civil responsibility means to people, and the importance of sharing your voice, and then also a healthy lifestyle, so making sure kids are active. So what does fun look like today for kids? We stick to the basics. Kids are going to come in, they can have the ability to do some homework, they can have the ability to do some arts and crafts, take them on field trips, try to expose kids to things that maybe they don't feel like they would necessarily be interested in. And I can't say enough about the importance of supportive relationships. The single biggest protective factor in a kid's life, which means the thing that will help them make really good decisions, is a caring adult role model. The ability to talk to kids about what's going on in their life, help them figure it out with little to no judgment, knowing that if you make a mistake, there's somebody there that will say, hey, it's okay. We do make mistakes, let's learn from it, and let's move on. And we care, and we will always care about what you're doing and where you're going. So all of that was happening prior to COVID. in a 5,000 square foot facility, in a big gym area, tech lab, multipurpose room, game room, all those kinds of things. The last time that we saw kids in person was right before spring break. That's whenever all of the madness really started taking a hold, and we were trying to figure out how are we going to continue to engage kids and serve them in a meaningful way. So we ramped up the R&D on a virtual program that we call eClub at Home. eClub at Home gives us the ability to still provide engaging opportunities for kids that are staff-led and staff-driven, but gives them an opportunity to also see their friends and peers. It is digital and virtual, kind of like you're seeing me now, but at least they have the ability to have some interaction with others. The other thing that we quickly realized was that with kids at home with all that free time, that they might need some other resources. So sprung into action and put together over 450 different care packages, little backpacks that had some snacks, had some games, had some things to get them off the computer. It was also, or is still, census time. So we were also able to promote the census with those families through bingo nights. So we were engaging the families once a week, providing a meal, providing some normalcy. And then we also continued to do and continue to do wellness checks with families. Where are you at? What are your needs? And then, as a community partner, trying to connect those dots so that parents can go back to work, kids can be safe, and can keep moving forward. So, where are we going? As we head into the fall, there's a lot to be, figured out and determined. We're still not entirely sure what it will look like for our programs. We are planning and anticipating opening up the first day of school with in-person programs for kids, being that it's safe and that we can, make sure that those kids can be engaged in, all of the things that we were able to provide in person before. So it's not a question of if, we come back and we serve kids in person. It's more of a question of when and a little bit of how. Again, the eClub at Home model and the ability to provide virtual programs to kids that may not be able to physically get to the building, I think is something, that the staff and Boys and Girls Club should be proud of. It's not something that existed in the past, and it's something that we can really, scale up and build on, moving forward. So we'll be open up to kids in the fall, but what I do know is that we will always be there for kids, and we'll always be there for families, and we will continue to survive and thrive through these times. We will continue to provide kids a safe, positive experience so that they can, be a kid and have a good time. And, I really appreciate you guys taking your time today to listen to me. Find something in your community that you're passionate about. Hopefully it's kids. And go out and be the change you want to see. I'm going to turn it over now to a prior board chair, Mr. Eric Eicher, who is the president of Alpine Bank. You guys have a great day. Be safe.
Thank you, Vaughn. Alpine Bank has been a longtime supporter of the Boys and Girls Club of Oplata County. We are particularly interested in the club's programming regarding character and citizenship. This is so important to us as we believe youth in our community are the future leaders of our country. One of the ways we support the club is through the Youth of the Month program. This is an award given by our staff members to one of our club members based on behaviors observed in the club through the previous month. Ultimately, this culminates into an annual award of Youth of the Year. This year's 2020 Club Youth of the Year is Jimena Hernandez. I had the opportunity to watch Jimena grow through the leadership and training program and is now currently a staff member at the club. I've observed her self-esteem improve and her leadership skills grow. Her ability to speak with our Spanish-speaking members and their families has been instrumental in the club's success in the last few years. Unfortunately, due to the impacts of COVID-19, Jimena was unable to attend the Youth of the Year conference in Denver in March. She was going to present her story to both her peers and a panel of judges. Without further ado, I'd like to introduce you to the 2020 Boys and Girls Club Youth of the Year, Jimena Hernandez.
Thank you very much, Eric. Good afternoon. My name is Jimena Hernandez. I represent today's youth on behalf of the Boys and Girls Club of La Plata County. I was born in Mexico. I moved to the United States legally when I was 7 years old with my mom and brother. Escaping violence and in search of a better life. When my family and I moved to the United States, none of us spoke English or knew the culture. In the process of adapting to new norms, we felt isolated and insecure. My experiences have helped me grow in self-confidence and embrace change as an opportunity. It's clear to me the club feels an important need in our community as a great support for all families. By eliminating language barriers as a bilingual staff member, my goal is to help families feel the club is a safe place where they are welcome and accepted. By modeling that spirit of inclusion, I see how club members welcome and accept new members, creating a community where everyone feels like they belong. I have always valued education. My path has been rough, but I have advocated for the learning environment that works best for me. I would often ask myself, where will I fit in and succeed? I wanted and needed to learn basic concepts. I struggled in high school where I was not prepared for subjects such as poetry without the fundamentals. My desire to work in the field of special education has been my motivation to find the environment where I can thrive. My club has encouraged me as I work through these challenges by giving me the confidence to believe in myself. At the club, I live the lessons my grandmother in Mexico instilled in me. She modeled for me the importance of being helpful to one another. It is rewarding to have a role at the club where I help parents and club members feel secure in knowing we are here for you and we will be here for you. My presence here today is an example of the impact the club can have on a young person. When I came to the club, I was shy. Through my family's journey and my club opportunities, I have developed resiliency skills, making me more self-confident and enabling me to advocate for myself. One day, I would like to inspire young people in understanding the importance of education as their basis for choices about their future. I would like to inspire young people to advocate for themselves. One day, I would also like to inspire young people to create a world where we all feel like we belong, which we model within our Boys and Girls Club. Thank you. And now I'd like to share a short video that provides insight into the heart of our club members. This video footage was taken prior to the club temporary closing.
And we're so proud of you. We're not going to do a club video right quick. We're having a few technical difficulties, but my name is Kip Koso, and I'm a board member with the Boys and Girls Club of La Plata County. I'm just going to take a few minutes to welcome you guys, thank some of the people who made this event possible. Today's virtual event is a first for us, and you can see that we're still working through some of this stuff. Appreciate your patience. We're excited to have folks joining us from Chicago, the Kalispell, Montana, Denver, Pueblo, Grand Junction, and all our local supporters throughout La Plata County. Special thanks to our club team member, Megan Hayes, who's running frantically there behind the scenes, directing today's event. She's been with us since 2007 when we opened the club, and just been a fantastic person to work with. You may be experiencing technical difficulties. If you get a chance, click the refresh button, a circle that appears on the lower left side if that is the case. Otherwise, if everything's going well for you, what we would love for you to do is, if you have to leave within the next 45 minutes, make sure to click on the banner right above my head, and that'll click you through to our safe and secure donation page. On behalf of our club members, the staff, and my fellow club board of director members, I want to extend our appreciation to our event sponsors. Now, the premier sponsor is Alpine Bank, led by the ever competent Eric Eicher, includes Beth Drum and Laura Shelton. The bank models the leadership commitment of the bank to give back to the Colorado communities where we live, work, and play. We're proud to celebrate your investment in Alpine Bank as a leader in putting kids in La Plata County and across Colorado on their paths to great futures. Next, we really want to thank the crew at Southwest Ag and the Hillier family. The Hillier family was there for us at the very opening back in 2007. Your investment plants the seeds of possibilities for all our club members. La Plata Electric Association, LPEA, your commitment to the community kids through our club, our peer youth organizations, it all illustrates the value you place on ensuring the programs and resources to put kids on a path to a great future. We have to thank Mike and the FCI team. For those of you who don't know, it was the FCI team and Mayor of Durango, Dean Brookie, with some architectural help that really got the initial club open and going. And so they turned a beat up old armory building into the club that we know and love today. So Mike and FCI, your investment in the future of our kids is the foundation upon which our kids can envision their own potential. Thanks to Ryan at the Levitt Group, Four Corners. You understand the risks of not ensuring the future of our kids. We're grateful you're on our team. Chris Barger and the CT Electric crew, especially in the last few years, your dedication to top quality service really does light the way for bright futures for our club members. A big thank you to the members of the Y-Pod, the young professionals of Durango. Your generosity and leadership model for our club members really shows our club members what engaged citizenship looks like. Thanks so much for that. And then lastly, we've got two matching gift challenges, the two Joes that we really want to say thank you to. First off, Joe Leader, owner of Animus Wine and Spirits. Joe is a Boys and Girls Club alum, and so of all the clubs across the nation, Joe understands what we're trying to accomplish here. He's been a big supporter both for the Boys and Girls Club and in the community. And then lastly, my favorite Joe, Joe Lloyd, Durango Joe's Coffee Squad, and the members of the Durango Joe's Mug Club. When we first had this idea percolating in 2005, Joe loaned us a small room in his original Durango Joe's location. And over the weeks and the months, we pulled together a plan to have after-school activities for the kids. So Joe Lloyd, Durango Joe's Mug Club, as you power up each day, you're changing the lives of La Plata County kids. Cheers to you. I want to acknowledge the commitment of these local business heroes who inspire the investment of individuals near and far, ensuring La Plata County kids have a safe, fun club with opportunities to develop into tomorrow's local heroes. And so next up, you've seen a couple of videos. We want to pass you over to our board chair, Tiffany Parker, who will take it from here.
Hi, I'm Tiffany Parker, the chair of the board of directors and a mom of 3 young adults, each of whom attended Boys and Girls Clubs. I know firsthand the impact of the club for our kids. And I know as a working parent and the importance of having a club, a safe place for kids to go when parents are working after school or throughout the summer. Several of my kids' best friends are friends made at the club, friends who continue to support and challenge one another in making smart choices and celebrating each other's accomplishments. The club is an expansion of home for many of our kids. As you heard previously in the video from Vaughn, the club began 13 years ago, and today, amid the challenges of COVID, our board has reaffirmed its commitment to ensure the club experience is available and accessible to the kids we can help the most. We have strong board leadership, and we share a compelling vision. We all agree every kid deserves a great future. And unfortunately, for a variety of reasons, not every kid is on that path. That's why we are here. We have proven effectiveness and community partners eager to advance our impact. For each and every business and nonprofit across the county, sustainable economic models look respectfully different today than they did on January 1st, and our club is no different. With strong financial management in alignment with our strategic plan, we are surviving the current circumstances, and our goal is to be here for generations so our kids can thrive. To move ahead, we invite you to join us so we can work together ensuring great futures for our kids in our community. Our monthly donor program provides a great way for individuals to make a difference in the life of a club member using our safe and convenient online platform. Today, with the generous investment of club friend Joe Leader, we invite you to consider a monthly donation of $19.99. Joe will match your first month's donation with a goal of welcoming 50 new monthly donors today. So click on that banner above and make your gift now. And Joe Lloyd and the Durango Joe Mug Club members are powering up the impact of your generosity. Joe's going to match the first $5,000 we raise in the next 10 minutes. So again, click on that bar right above you. If you prefer to make a one-time donation, again, click on the banner. Each and every donation counts towards Joe's match, and as Vaughn said, enables the club to continue to provide daily engaging virtual programs as we prepare to reopen the club for in-person programs and activities when it's safe to do so. And our hope is that will be in August. So we have these very cool face masks for Boys and Girls Club to get the word out there for any new $19.99 or more monthly donor. A great way to show your commitment to La Plata County kids while keeping others safe. So again, they're very cool and fashionable, as we all know right now. So now I'm joined by a club board member, I believe Miss Kelsey Ferrato. There she is, Kelsey.
Hi, everyone. Woo!
Awesome.
This virtual fundraiser is, causes you a little bit more anxiety than some of the other fundraising. So thanks so much for joining us and sticking with us through some of these tech difficulties. We're going to take the next few minutes to give you the opportunity to make a donation using that button that Tiffany mentioned right at the top of your screen. And during that time, Tiffany and I are going to be excited to share the name of some of the donors as they come through our system. It's our hope that your collective gifts will come in so fast that we can't keep up. But we apologize in advance if we happen to mispronounce or miss your name in all of the excitement. As you consider your investment, donations to the Boys and Girls Club of La Plata County may be eligible for the Colorado Child Care Contribution Tax Credit. I think we have a slide to help illustrate the tax benefits because I'm certainly no accountant. And so a $19.99 gift, that monthly gift that Tiffany mentioned, that gift over a year could earn a $98 tax credit. A $25 monthly donation earns a $123 tax credit, and a one-time gift, for example, of $500 today could earn a $205 tax credit. In addition, this year, after the CARES Act, in response to COVID-19, there are some additional donor benefit incentives. Some more examples: a one-time above-the-line deduction on cash contributions up to $300, and that's for all taxpayers, even those that are taking the standard deduction. There's also a suspension on the normal limit on individual contribution deductions, and there's been an adjustment for businesses up from the 10% that it normally is to 25% of the annual gross income. So those benefits, plus the amazing generosity of Joe Leader and Durango Joe Lloyd, make it clear that investing in the Boys and Girls Club is a win-win. It makes a difference in the lives of our community's kids, and you could potentially earn valuable tax benefits. So again, click that banner above and you'll get to our safe online donor platform. Also, if you prefer, you can always send us your donation by mail to the club. Our address is 2750 Main Avenue. That's also listed on our website. And we would be happy if you wanted to make your contribution by mail as well. Once you've completed your gift, we'd love to have you send us a message about what inspired you to make a gift to the kids of La Plata County at the Boys and Girls Club today. You can use that in the chat box that you guys have been typing in so far. And remember, if you sign up as a new $19.99 or more monthly donor, you'll receive that club face mask. I know no one can have enough face masks right now. And it's a fun way to keep others safe and show your support for the club and club members. So here we go. I'd like to start off. We have a donation today from one of our club founders, Peter Marshall, and his wife, Lisa. Thank you so much, Peter. And I also have a message that came in from another club founder, Marsh Bull. Marsh says, Marsh here, still stuck in California. Thanks to my friends who have been, and I hope today are continuing to support the Boys and Girls Club of La Plata County. I appreciate your trust. As Vaughn said, our amazing staff moved quickly to develop new ways to connect with our club members during these unprecedented times. Now it's our turn to do our part to make great futures happen. See you Tuesday. It looks like we also have a message from Molly Martin. The Boys and Girls Club is vital to our community and families. They do an incredible job of keeping our kids safe and enriching their lives. The leadership program has always impressed me. Our family supports the program and the Boys and Girls Club of La Plata County because of this. Also because we know families need quality programs to keep our children thriving. Please join us in supporting this great program. Thanks so much, Molly and the Martin family, for all your support over the years. Looks like we have another one from Mark Safier. It is all about the kids and everyone's future.
And there's one longtime friend club, Joanne Brennan. Joanne, thank you so much for your support.
Looks like we have a gift coming in from Lori Sigalito. She just joined as a new monthly donor. Thanks so much, Lori and Fast Signs. Hey, Tiff, while we're going through these, do you want to tell us a little bit about what it was like to be a club parent?
Absolutely. I'm hoping that my mic isn't providing too much feedback. So maybe we're doing okay? All right. Yeah, so I was a single mom of 3 kids, and I wasn't sure what to do as far as providing my children a place to go after school and during the summer. And I was told about the club through another parent, and it changed my family's life. My kids preferred to be at the club over any other resource. In fact, there were days when I'd go to pick them up and they didn't want to leave. They'd beg me to stay a little bit longer. My middle son really engaged quickly with the Torch Club and eventually became a leader in training. Now he's almost 21 years old, and he still talks about how the club gave him the confidence in himself to speak to the public and to present himself professionally in his employment, and his everlasting long friendships that he still has with his fellow club members. I have so many stories about the club and not just with my kids, but all of the kids that I met over the years, and many of them I'm still connected with. And it has been an honor to watch them become responsible, caring adults. And I have no doubt that it was the club that impacted them in that positive manner. So once I was able to give back, I joined the Monthly Donor Club quite a few years ago, and then I've served on the board for 5 years. And so for me, that monthly donating option allowed me to budget appropriately and has afforded me the opportunity to increase my donations as often as I can. So for me, words cannot express how appreciative I am of the club and what it provided for my kids.
Awesome. Thanks, Tiff. And I just heard from our team that 2 more new monthly donors signed up at $19.99. And we also have a big thanks. Maybe you want to throw this one out there to Paul and Betsy.
Yes, Paul and Betsy Romere, thank you so much. They're out in our Bayfield community, and we just greatly appreciate all your continued support. Not only do they do monthly donations, they make additional donations, and they also help us with events that we do just by providing food or what have you, and we greatly appreciate everything you've done for us.
It looks like TJ Cleveland also just renewed his monthly donation. Thanks so much, TJ. We appreciate your support. It's donations like these that really make it possible for some of our programs. One of the programs that's near and dear to my heart is the Smart Girls program. It's a great program where it's a 10-week event for middle school girls, and it provides them with meaningful exploration of a variety of topics, things that are really important to be talking about as middle school girls. Self-esteem, using social media in smart and safe ways, having honest and real conversation with your peers and your family, healthy lifestyles for girls that age, body image, things like that. I know growing up in the Durango community, I didn't have the benefit of a club, and I know there were lots of times where I was faced with tough decisions, and I may have made better choices had I had the support of the club and the staff and my peers at the club. So thanks to all of the donors that are coming in right now. A big thanks to Christina Rinderly for helping us fund that Smart Girls program. We really appreciate that support. It looks like we received a donation from Zane Wells. Thanks, Bud. Appreciate your support. And it looks like we also received a wonderful gift from Patty and Chuck Muckenthaler. They just made a gift from their home in Montana. We really appreciate it, Patty and Chuck.
It looks like Shelley Walchuk has just given a shout out as the director of the Pine River Library, and especially appreciates the joint work happening between our two organizations to help our kids grow up and healthy and happy. And we absolutely agree and can't thank you enough for the support that you've provided us to allow that program to continue out there.
It's really cool. I think we were the first, if not the only, Boys and Girls Club partnered with a library in the nation. So that was a really amazing partnership there. We have so many great partnerships. Our partnership with Fort Lewis College through their student internship program, majoring in exercise science, sociology, and education work at the club is really amazing. You know, Jeff DuPont, one of our board members, also works at Fort Lewis, and he's really helped us make the connection there. And that has been so meaningful for our staff. And our club staff really make the difference for our club members and our kids. So thank you to Fort Lewis for all you're doing to help support us at the club and advancing our mission. Looks like we have a couple of other donations, a donation from Barbara Noseworthy. Thank you, Barbara. And a donation from Jen Colomb. I saw her last night on the Leadership La Plata happy hour. She just graduated. Congratulations, Jen, and awesome rocking the purple hair.
Nice. Hey, Kelsey, let's talk about the virtual birthday cards. You've been pretty instrumental in that, and it's been so fun for the kids to get something from either a staff member or one of us. So, yeah.
It was, we all felt, pretty sad at the beginning of COVID and all of the quarantine, and wished that we could do something to brighten our club members' days a little for all of those kids that were having birthdays sort of on lockdown. So the club staff and club board members came together, and we just took selfies, and some of us dressed them up. Some of them I dressed them up for you, and we put them up in these fun little frames and put them on our social media accounts to share with their parents and to share with our community, to just say happy birthday to those kids and wish them a fun day.
Yeah.
It was pretty fun.
Cool. It's so neat to be able to stay connected to the kids. And another thing we've been doing is the Friday family game night. We've done some of those with 8 to 10 families gathered, and to play bingo. And thanks to the grant money, we've also been provided from Zia for delivery of food. And it's been a really special thing for several of the participating families, and just to try to stay connected during these tough times.
And so I know that we have a few other donations just to mention real quick, but we also want to keep you on time through our tech challenges, because we did make some promises that we would have you out of here by 12:45. So real quick thanks to Mark and Marty Goldfarb, to Barbara Sammons, to County Commissioner Clyde Church, to Mark McKibben and Nora Massion. Thank you to Kathy and Doug Gilpin. Thanks all of you, Mark and Lisa Schwantes, for supporting the club today. And we're going to go ahead and I wanted to let you know you can always still click on that banner above you to make a donation, and we'll have the event up until 1 p.m. today, so you can go in afterwards. And then we're going to go ahead and shift into a quick video that we didn't have the chance to play earlier, and we'll then come back on to thank you, and we'll be back.
I feel great about coming to Boys and Girls Club because I have lots of friends here that just make me happy and feel good about myself, and I can always just have fun and never be just like alone.
Near the Boys and Girls Club, I feel safe because there's people I can trust. The staff make me feel good about myself.
It gives them a safe place, which is the #1 thing that all kids need. It's that safe haven. They know that this is the place to be.
And just to know they have a safe place that's easy for them to get to hang out with their friends while we're at work is awesome.
I've raised 3 kids in this community, and I have one that's a freshman now. And I can really see the difference when they don't have something productive to do after school, and what that does to not only their grades, but their attitude on life, and it's usually a lot more screen time. It's a lot of time at home by themselves versus interacting and being around people that have good intentions for their future. The fact that we have this resource in the community makes a huge difference for those kids that can come every day.
If a new kid comes to the club, I always want to greet them and make them feel comfortable here.
We make sure that kids are getting active at least 30 minutes, anything along those lines to really understand those healthy lifestyles. It's that initial response of, oh, I can't wait to get to this amount of pacer laps or push-ups, and it's that initial and that immediate response so where they can see the progression of where they're at.
I always know that my kids are surrounded by positive adults and that are really supportive and can help them work through social issues or whatever's going on in school.
These kids have a safe place that they can speak to staff that are trusted advisors to them that really help them through some rather challenging issues that they're dealing with.
My favorite staff member definitely has to be Keegan, because he's really relatable and he knows what's going on and he's super funny.
I really like Angelique because I feel like she gets me.
My favorite staff member at the club is Jimena because she speaks Spanish just like me.
Role models help guide who they should be and who they could be when they become adults.
After the club being open for about 12 years, we're able to really see the impact that we're having on these kids as they've grown up in the club. It's really important for local businesses to invest in the Boys and Girls Club.
One of the organizations we love to support is the Boys and Girls Club of La Plata County. And one of the ways we support them is by providing financial assistance for those need-based kids. Every kid should have the opportunity to a safe environment after school.
The fact that every day there's a focus on healthy lifestyles, there's a focus on leadership, there's a focus on character and citizenship, and all those things are values that we can all get behind.
We looked for opportunities that we felt would do the most good in the community. And when we came and we saw what Boys and Girls Club was able to do for young people here in this community, it was an easy choice. And we're happy and proud to be investing in the Boys and Girls Club, and I would encourage others to do the same.
All right, well, we're nearing the very end of the show. I'm very thankful that all of you could join us today, and again, I can't wait till the kids come back. I really miss their liveliness, their just being here, and especially helping me with technology issues. So really quick, I want to run through the sponsors one more time. I want to thank Alpine Bank, La Plata Electric Association, FCI Constructors, Levitt Group, for the Four Corners Insurance, Southwest Ag, CT Electric, the Young Professionals of Durango, Animas Wine and Spirits, and of course our friends at Durango Joe's. Again, you guys, thanks for bearing with us. The first time is always the hardest, but hopefully you learned a little more about the Boys and Girls Club today and the importance of supporting our youth as we build great futures. So be safe, and we'll leave you with a thank you from the kids.
Thank you for investing in our great futures. We appreciate your generosity. You make a difference in our lives.